Hi, my name is Morgan Rondinelli, and I'm the president of the nonprofit Not Alone Notes. We mail free handwritten notes to others with OCD to remind them they aren't alone, encourage hope, and dispense resources. But more on that in a little bit. I, Morgan Rondinelli, have read the full contest rules and accept this nomination for the 2023 through 24 G2 Overachievers grant. So who am I? Well, I enjoy writing, dancing, performing in community theater on the weekends, and I also work at a library. Beyond that, I have a dog named Maisie and a cat named Jade. I enjoy spending time with them and my partner Joe. About my job. I work full-time at Normal Public Library. Yes, that is the real name of our town. And I am a library technical assistant, which is a fancy way of saying I do a little bit of everything. I answer phones, provide technology help to patrons, but my main job is I coordinate our home delivery program. This is where I bring books and other library materials to patrons who would otherwise have a hard time coming to the physical library building. Beyond all of the things I enjoy doing, I also have OCD. And I've had OCD ever since I was very little. It's some of my earliest memories. I had terrible worries that harm would come to my family and friends if I didn't do certain compulsions. I wasn't diagnosed with OCD until I was 19, much later, because OCD is an incredibly misunderstood disorder. And this misunderstanding leads to these delays in diagnosis and treatment. But once I was diagnosed, I still felt very alone. Like I was the only person in the world with these weird thoughts, the only person having to do these weird compulsions and behaviors to keep the world safe. Not Alone Notes started when my senior year of college, I had the idea to send encouraging mail to others with OCD. I love snail mail. I love receiving snail mail. I love sending snail mail. So I thought, what if I send notes to other people with OCD? I put out a request form on my blog and people started requesting notes. So I started sending them. And that's when my now good friend Molly Fishback got involved. Since then, we have grown considerably. We have a team of 15 writers who we all of us hand make and send cards. I am passionate about mental health advocacy, especially education about OCD and building community for people with OCD. Treatment is important. I cannot say that enough, but community is just as, if not more, important. Community and knowing you aren't alone provides the motivation for treatment. It provides hope. I am an overachiever because I had this little spark of an idea to send notes to people with OCD, and I ran with it. I am so proud of how much Not Alone Notes has expanded and all that we have done in the 6+ years of our existence. OCD is perhaps the biggest challenge I have overcome in life and continue to have to overcome every day. I consider myself to be in recovery from OCD now. I still have OCD and I will always have OCD, but it doesn't impact my life as much as it used to. I go above and beyond because yes, when I was diagnosed with OCD, I focused on my own recovery and treatment and self-care, but I also took time to build a community for others. It may seem simple, a handwritten note decorated with a little piece of artwork in their favorite color, but it does make a difference. Since 2017, we have mailed over 3,000 notes to every state in the United States and over 50 other countries around the world. We mail notes in English and in Spanish, and for people with disorders related to OCD, like Tourette's, tics, or body-focused repetitive behaviors like skin picking and hair pulling. I also started an initiative called Not Alone Totes, with a T. This is where we send care packages jam-packed full of resources for folks new to their OCD journey. We have included things like bubbles, stickers, journals, books about OCD, memoirs, coloring books, anything that would be helpful to someone who is just learning they have OCD. With this project, we have sent over 100 Not Alone Totes, or these care packages. All Not Alone notes and totes are sent free of charge. We don't ask for any payment, and that is why we are run solely on donations and grants. We also don't ask for responses back, but I do love when we receive them. Sometimes it's a photo in our DMs of someone holding their note, or they let us know they put their note above their desk at work or keep it with them in their purse. So they have a reminder that they are not alone, that they are strong and braver than OCD. I love keeping these responses as reminders of the difference we're making. So I put them all on this board. It is overflowing with love and thank yous of people who have received Not Alone notes. With $100,000, our goal would be to send at least 5,000 notes and at least 250 more totes in the next 2 years, more than doubling our reach to people with OCD. I would also like to offer at least 10 scholarships each summer to the International OCD Foundation Annual Conference. Having the opportunity to attend this conference and learn more about OCD, but also meet other people with OCD, was hugely important to my own recovery journey. I would love to offer this opportunity to others who have not been able to attend because of financial barriers. My main goal for Not Alone Notes is to continue expanding our reach, continue educating others about OCD, and continue building a community amongst those with OCD. In addition to scholarships to the IOCDF conference and sending more notes and more totes, I would love to offer scholarships to cover therapy costs, in particular for intensive OCD therapy, since that is often not covered by insurance. I also would love to host a BTTI, Behavior Therapy Training Institute, through the International OCD Foundation, which is an opportunity to train more therapists in exposure and response prevention, ERP therapy, which is the gold standard treatment for OCD. It is very hard to find an OCD specialist therapist, and that is why we need more therapists trained in treating OCD. Finally, because of limited resources, we typically send one Not Alone note or tote per person. I would love to follow up with all the people who have received notes or totes in the past by sending them more mail and more encouragement. The biggest challenge Not Alone Notes faces is we are small. We are a small team with an even smaller budget. I have this dream of sending a Not Alone note to everyone in the world with OCD. Maybe that's unrealistic, but winning this grant would definitely get us closer to that possibility of bringing more people into the OCD community. Honestly, I was speechless when I found out Not Alone Notes was a finalist for the G2 Overachievers grant. Winning this grant would remove financial barriers, allowing us to reach countless more people with OCD and bring them into this community, while also providing an incredible opportunity to broadly educate about OCD. No, Not Alone Notes has not received more than $50,000 in grants or scholarships in the past. One more thing I want to mention. As someone with OCD, I am incredibly perfectionistic and hard on myself, which means making this video was a challenge to overcome in itself. I recognize what an incredible opportunity this is for Not Alone Notes and the broader OCD community, so I want to do them justice. Thank you so much for your consideration and time of Not Alone Notes. We appreciate this opportunity more than I can express.